that I have to say, like I must say the university itself that it give me the chance to be a part of this amazing family, and I must thank our honorable dean sir, sir, thank you for coming, our honorable university officer, and all the rest of the teachers who helped me build my graduation, to complete my graduation, and to be able to stand here and deliver my presentation. Thank you guys. Few things I also should mention before I start my presentation. Like I have to thank my co-supervisor, Ms. Inta, and my honorable supervisor, Mustafa Khalid sir, who helped me and who gave me the guidelines how to prepare the study and how to what are the components of the internship and how to do it. He showed me all of this, and without himself, I think that it is totally impossible for me to prepare this report and prepare these slides and everything. Let's move to the presentation. I would like to introduce you. I think you might know about this term, that PZ. This is an alternative of Microsoft PowerPoint, and I have prepared my slides on that software. That is basically a cloud-based software that has been established or invented in 2009 by three persons named Adam, Peter, and Arvel. And this is where I put my presentation. At first, after completing my internship, I went to my supervisor and he told me that, Russell, I want you to make your presentation on a different software rather than the traditional Microsoft PowerPoint, and he gave me a few alternatives. And from then he said that this is the perfect one for you. Try to make your presentation on PC. And when I did some research on that, I found out that it needs some expertise help to perform this one. And I went to him again, and he became the superhero for me that time, because he showed me, and actually he literally made this presentation out of me. So thank you, sir. Thank you. This is really mean a lot for me. Thank you, sir.
You should give him a class.
So I
from your side.
Okay, Rasulullah, please go through your, very briefly, go through your objective
sir, I
of the
will
study.
take only 2 minutes to do all of this. Okay, so I have completed my presentation, so internship in National Bank Limited, and my topic was, as you can see, the study on the human resource management practices of National Bank Limited. So let's go to the main part then. This is me. Rasulullah, my ID is 0103124028, Department of Business Administration, Ibais University. And this is my honorable supervisor and co-supervisor, Mustafa Khalid sir and MS Muntahan. Now, the presentation itself has the components of the presentations are introduction, then organizational overview, then literature review, internship at National Bank Limited, then human resource management practices of National Bank Limited, and finally the analysis and finding.
Okay, now let me tell you, you have to go through your objective of the study, methodology of the study, then a brief discussion about the human resource management practices at National Bank Limited.
So I have put this one into the analysis and finding. To comment them.
Okay.
So objectives, methodology, and go to that part.
Go to the last part.
Sir, as this is the cloud-based software, I cannot just skip.
Right, yes, that I know. You have to go through all the slides by showing them.
Yes. Sir, it will take few minutes. So objective. So the general objective of my report is of the study is to fulfill the requirement of entrepreneurship and gain practical knowledge apart from the theoretical knowledge. There are few specific objectives as well for the report, that there are few of them, like to review the HR practices and policies of National Bank Limited, the duties and responsibilities of HR department employees of National Bank Limited, to know the selection and placement process of the new joining employees, to review training and development activities of employees of National Bank Limited, learn the motivational activities of national executive and review the performance appraisal techniques of the organization, what they are following. So this will be the methodology part. Here there are two parts in the methodology. That is the primary one, primary data collection, and the secondary data collection. For the primary data collection, I have prepared a questionnaires, and I interviewed the people, the employees of the organization, and then put them into an Excel file. For secondary data, there is also two secondary data, and that is internal secondary data and external secondary data. For the internal secondary data, I go to the organization and find out their reports and everything, whatever I can use from their internal side. And for the external secondary data, I used a few books there from various websites. I collected data, and this is how I made this. I can skip this one.
Okay, we will move forward.
Literature review, what is HRM? I mentioned here some few definitions of HRM.
Okay, one. Skip.
The recruitment selection, few sections of HRM. There is performance appraisal. The analysis and finding part. What I have been doing all those three months in the bank. At first, let's go for the gender of employees. There you can see that the 60% of the employees are male and 40% of them female. And one thing I have to mention that I have been surveying it upon 20 people, 20 employees. So the data is based on them. The age group. The majority of the age group is 20 to 35%, 20 to 35 years of age. Then the number of employees, most of them says that the number of employees are 150 to 500. Here, the duration of the recruitment and selection process. Interestingly, 75% agrees that this process has been doing for 0 to 1 month, within 1 month. Then the recruitment and selection process, whether it is impartial or not, and the majority, that is a huge majority, 85% says yes, they are impartial. Then regarding the training after recruitment, whether the company is providing the training after recruitment or not. So here there is also a big difference in between them, that is 85% says yes. The next is the employee are benefited by the training.
You are given after recruitment or after selection?
Sir, after selection. That means whenever they came to the company, they plan to know how the culture is doing and what are their duties and what are their responsibilities, what they need to do. Everything is also in the part of the training session. We might not organize that farm, organize
So after recruitment and selection.
Yes. Whether the recruitment and selection process are benefited for the employees or not. There, the 75% agrees with the term, and even fully agreed is 20%. It's very good. Evaluation of training. Here, the thing is that the company actually, the employees says that they, based on the measurable results, they measure the results and then says that whether the training was effective on them, whether they are doing good by the training or not. So, dismiss of a permanent employee, that is really a thing where 65%. The majority says difficult, and you can say that see the 100% of them is on the difficult side. No one is the on easier side.
Okay, go to your findings.
For last 3 months, I have been doing my internship on National Bank Limited, and I found out few of the topics that I can put on here, like the recruitment and selection process. That the organization actually is strictly based on their merits. They recruit and select their employees. Then the performance appraisal method is same for the whole organization. Training and development, they do not appropriately organize any training session for the newcomers or for the employees, all the employees. They have some sort of internal training session for them. And then the job analysis program is standard as well as is not standard, as well as the HR department would not apply all the HR activities among the organization. The company does not accurately follow any of the standard performance appraisal program, and participating in this good thing. The National Bank Limited has give the opportunity to the employees that you can speak up, you can share your ideas, and to speak up for the good of the organization. So, do you want to choose?
Okay, first of all, here is the conclusion based on the summary of the findings. And your conclusion should reflect the prospect whether the company is going to be prosperous in the future or not. Okay, that is our new, should I say, new opinion and new suggestion to you.
Yeah, I can do that, but I'm sorry because I have already prepared it.
Okay, just expressing.
As far as 3 months is not enough to study the whole
No, I am
organization.
not talking about that. এটা আপনি বাদ দেন, আপনি যে ফাইন্ডিংস গুলো করছেন সেই ফাইন্ডিংস এর উপর বেস করে আপনি বলেন ন্যাশনাল ব্যাংকের এইচআর প্র্যাকটিসটা দিনে দিনে কি ডেভেলপ করতেছে নাকি আসলে স্টেবল আছে নাকি এটা আরো ডেভেলপ করা উচিত।
About that, sir, they are following they have a good HR department, but they need some improvements because time has been changing and the opportunity and the alternative of the national bank, the rebels of they are doing very well. So to keep up with them, they must ensure a good HR policy and HR practice, because there sometimes we can find that their employees are not good enough to communicate with the customers. Then plus they have few lackings also. So if they wanna do their business successfully in the long run, they must have some good HR policies on there.
Okay, that's what we are looking for. Then recommendation, two recommendation.
So from the first that I already told you the findings, the recruitment and the selection process, I think they should also consider some few things like experience, abilities, attitude of the people. That KSA factor, knowledge, skill, and ability factor. They should attitude factor. They should put a good importance on this. Recruitment and selection, the most important part, we all know that recruitment and selection is the most important part of any kind of organization to choose the best person for the best position, and they should be more careful with the recruitment and selection policies. Top management should conduct proper analysis for having a better output. HRM should follow accurate performance appraisal, otherwise company might fall in the problem due to unfair standard performance appraisal that I was performance appraisal form should not be equal the same for everyone. It should be different for the depends on the job category, job designation, job responsibilities.
Okay, thank you.